I consider myself good at being single. I do a lot of things alone, everything really. And as much as my singleness has frustrated me in the past, I can now see that God's hand of protection has been over me, like a good dad protecting his daughter from throwing away her future to be with a guy. Because if I'm truly honest with myself, I probably would have done exactly that. I love love. I want to be loved and cherished. Especially when I was younger, there's a lot I was willing to give up and sacrifice to experience that. So who knows what my life would have looked like if I did have those boyfriends I so desperately longed for when I was younger. Thank you, Jesus, for protecting me and allowing me to be where I am today. Now, on the days where I do feel a little blue, where the tugging for that godly husband feels a little stronger, I have to remind myself of my first love, Jesus, the one who loved me before the foundations of the earth. So, daughter of the Most High, if you are currently in a season of singleness also, please know that God has not forgotten about you. He's a good dad, and you're way too precious to him to be given to just anyone. Don't waste the solo time you get to have with Jesus now. It's you and him. Cherish that. Because by the grace of God, when we do meet our husbands, the single season is a season that will never come around again.
Sis, we are on this boat together. What's up, chummies? How are you doing? Oh my goodness, I am so excited again. We are here. I mean, did you hear the first intro? This sister, she has cracked the code. Sometimes we get so worried up that we are single, life is moving and all our friends are married, they have kids, that it's like they have their life put together, and you go home sucking yourself, crying yourself out because you're single. Sis, wake up, me. Singleness is not a sin and it's not a crime. It's not even a curse. Some of us, so many single people today, they go around carrying the plague of singleness as a curse. They are not happy, they are depressed, they feel like God has forgotten them. They just feel like everyone life is perfect because they have a partner, they have kids and all of that. So they just find themselves somewhere around the world feeling bad and not enjoying themselves. Honestly speaking, singleness is a blessing. I will say it. I don't even know, should I scream it? Singleness is a blessing and not a curse. I used to be that kind of person who carried my singleness as a curse. Like, I feel like maybe it's my fault that my relationships are not working. Maybe I need to do better. Maybe I need to work on myself. Maybe. Like, I put a lot of placards on myself, a lot of pressure on myself to say I think I'm the reason why I don't have a life partner now and all of that. But in reality, I feel like God is actually keeping me single to protect me. For real. Like real. Because my singleness had given me room to improve myself, to do a lot of things. I've been able to write my books. I've been able to, create podcasts like this. I've been able to host a lot of TV productions. Yes, I've been doing that all alone and I've been productive to a very reasonable extent. I would say that I have been productive. And I look around and feel like it is God's grace. I don't know what my marriage life will look like. I don't know if I will be this active when I get married. I hope that I still remain the active person that I am. Like now, being single, I hope to carry it into my home. But the reality of being married is that there are a lot of distractions. If not your husband, it's your kids. You are thinking of the meals to make every day. Yo, sis, do you know making a meal calendar alone is a lot of work? Yo, like sometimes I feel like our mothers are just blessed. Every day they give you different meals. Every day you have something to eat and all of that. Now let me tell you, when I traveled home, so I went home to Nigeria and I met my family and all of that. So I talked about much of my going back to Nigeria in our last episode. So if you missed Go back and listen to that juicy gist that I dropped there. So when I went back home to Nigeria to visit my parents, I'm the first, so I have other younger siblings. I remember my mom traveled that period of time. She traveled, so I was the mother of the house, like literally the one who runs the affairs of the house. Now listen, that tax, yo, that is one of the underrated tax. I am telling you, where you wake up in the morning, you are thinking of what to cook. You are thinking of what to make for breakfast, what to make for dinner, what to make for lunch. You think it's easy, and in your mind, you don't want to repeat meals because you are feeding people. It's a lot of work at a time. I won't lie to you. I told my sister, yo, cook whatever you guys like. I can't think again because I'm gone. It is a blessing to be single. Look at, you can come back when you're single, you can eat anything you like. Sometimes you might just go to your bed without even eating. No one is going to ask you if you have eaten or not. I mean, it's yourself, but you can't go to bed knowing that your husband is not has not eaten, your kids have not eaten. It is not possible. You must definitely, think of something to prepare to feed them. So I feel like singleness is something to really embrace. You get to do things yourself. Nobody's asking you, where are you traveling to? Nobody's telling you, yo, no, you can't travel. Because if you want to travel and you are married, you must take permission. hmm And what if the husband says, no, I don't want you to travel? Listen, that trip is cancelled. So now that you are single, you are able to travel without taking permission from anybody. You travel, you have the best time of your life. I think you should embrace it. I think it's a blessing for a lot of single people. You, as a guy, you can do whatever you want to do. You are not even thinking about the other person. It's not being selfish, it's just being self care. You're just taking care of yourself, having the best time of your life. Now listen, singleness is not going to last forever unless you just want to live a single life. Obviously, there are people who want to live a single life, but if you want to get married at a point in your life, you're going to realize that singleness is a blessing, because once you are married, like our sister said, once you are married, you can never be single again. Like, you can't be single again, or else maybe get a divorce. And the difference, it's you getting a divorce, going back to singleness. I feel like can be a challenge, yeah, for some people, and it can be more depressing. So it will take a lot of time for them to heal back and then start to enjoy their singleness again. That's what I think. I don't pray to get to that point where I'm married and then I'm off again to being single. I mean, no. I just want to enjoy my singleness and to the fullest. So when I get married, I know that yes, I'm locked in. So this is it. New chapter of my life, and I'm embracing it with all my strength, with all my heart, and the grace of God that will be released. So my single sisters and brothers, don't really put pressure on yourself. Embrace this time that that you're single. Do a lot of things that you know you want to do. Pursue your career. All right, pursue your career. Do what makes you happy while you pray and wait for the one that God has prepared for you. A lot of us that are single, we don't want to develop, we don't want to grow. All our mindset is, I want to get married, I want to get married. So when you get married, and then what happens? You think it ends there? It continues. It's life is just a continuous process. So if you are in your season of singleness, it shouldn't be the time to you shouldn't be in a hurry to move out of your singleness to be married. There are a lot of people today, I will tell you for free. I'll tell you for free this, because a lot of people today who are married till date, but they still regret not enjoying their singleness, their singlehood when they were single. Some of them will say, because I have a lot of married friends, they'll tell me, see, Bella, enjoy yourself now. Do what you like, because when you get married, you're not going to have that freedom that you are enjoying. So I don't know. I feel like It's a blessing. Not that I feel like, I know that it's a blessing. Like I come to my house is kept the way I kept them. There's nobody littering the floor for me, making it look dirty and scattered. Even though some people see it's like, oh no, it's a blessing when you have people around you. It's good, but sometimes people like me who like to have my time, my alone time, time for productions and all of that. I like to keep my things intact so that I won't get clumsy when I'm walking. Okay. So when I come back like this, I'm like, yo, girl, what should I take today? Maybe I'll just take a yogurt and I'm off to my bed, things like that. I might just say not to even eat, just take a cup of tea and I'm fine. But I can't do that. You can't do that when you are married. You can't do that when you're married. So I feel like you should embrace the singleness with all your heart, with all your strength. Enjoy it. Even the Bible said that singleness is your time that you will have with God. Use it very well. A lot of people that are single today will remain single for a very long time if they don't know the purpose of their singleness, because every season has a purpose. The purpose of your singleness could be that God wants to develop you spiritually. God wants to make you a better mother, a better father. Do you understand? A better person for your partner. So if you don't understand the purpose of your singleness now, I bet you're going to stay very long for you to get married, because God will not want to release his son or his daughter to you when you're not prepared. So you're just going to ask yourself and say, what's my purpose of being single today? Why? You ask yourself and you ask God, you pray about it. God will begin to show you things that you need to do, begin to show you careers you need to pursue, books you need to read, books you also need to write, things that you need to do to be better for the person that he is preparing you for. So you must realize that singleness is not a curse, number one. And number two, that the purpose of your singleness is tied to the manifestation of God's glory in your life. So understanding your purpose of being single will definitely give you a vision or a revelation of what God wants to do through you. A lot of people, God wants to build a deeper connection with them, because He knows that when they are married, that connection, if it's not solid when they are single, they may miss it in marriage. So God will want to call you closer to build a deeper and a solid foundation with you, so that by the time you are married, you don't know what you're going to face. Nobody knows, right? We're all hoping and praying that it's going to be splendid and beautiful and glamorous and peaceful and all of that. Sometimes when so many marriages today, if you dig deep, you discover that both parties were not spiritually grounded, and that's why the marriage did not work. So God is going to call you closer to, have a deeper relationship, to build you, so that by the time you get into your husband's house, your wife, you get into marriage and you face some challenges, the strength that you have built being single will carry you through that trial time in your marriage. So you don't go to your marriage preparing in it. You prepare before you go into marriage. It's something that we all need to do. You prepare before you go into marriage. And the singleness period, the singlehood period, is a time for preparation, is a time of checkmating yourself. So don't be in the rush to settle down with somebody. Sometimes we are so much in a rush to be with somebody that we end up with people who are messed up. And the biggest help, the the ogbonge in the sense, the biggest hell to ever be is to be in a wrong marriage, because your dream will be shattered, your life will be shattered, you will not even know where to place yourself. You will be a living vegetable, if there's a word like that, living vegetable. I don't know, but definitely you understand what I'm saying. So You must be careful when making the choice of who to marry. They said not all glitters are gold. It's not because he's looking cute and handsome he's meant to be my husband. Oh, she's looking sexy and beautiful. She's meant to be my wife. All of those physical appearance, they will fade away. What you should be looking at is the content. Who is this person? Does the person have character? Does he have integrity? Is the person competent? Does the person have capacity? Is the person trustworthy? Is the person kind? Is the person loving? Is the person generous? These are the qualities that you should be looking at for when choosing a life partner. You know, life can be unfair sometimes. And that is why, in making decisions, you must ensure that you know what you're doing and that you are confident with your choice. And you also believe that whatever comes out of your choice, you are ready to take responsibilities. Society often perpetuates negative stereotypes about singleness. We are led to believe that singles are lonely, incomplete, or somehow less than. But what if I told you that singleness can be a time of incredible growth, freedom, and self discovery? Think about it. When you are single, you have the space to focus on your passion, build a meaningful relationships with friends and family, and explore your own interests without compromise. Singleness has given me the chance, like I said, to pursue my career, my education without distraction, travel and explore new places on my own terms, develop deep and meaningful friendships, and learn to love and accept myself, flaws and all, even discover my values, goals, and priorities. So, how can we reframe our thinking around singleness? Here are four things that I'm going to leave you with. One, recognize that singleness is a valid, valuable life stage. Number two, focus on building a fulfilling life rather than waiting for someone else to complete you. Three, practice self care, self love, and self acceptance. I don't want to emphasize on this, but let me just drop this. Sis, take care of your skin, eat good food, drink your water, nourish your skin with the necessary nutrients that it needs for it to radiate. Do some yoga, go for meditation, go for exercise, steam that your skin, go for proper body massage. I mean, enjoy yourself. Make sure that your skin experience what it needs to be subtle, beautiful, and radiant. Okay? Your skin is the only asset that you have. So why not embrace it? Why not take care of it with tender and love? And then lastly, cultivate meaningful relationship with others, whether romantic or platonic. Listen, sis, I'm going to conclude with this. Singleness is not a curse. It is a season of life that offers its own unique opportunities and challenges. By embracing our singleness, we can focus on personal growth, build meaningful relationships, and live a more authentic, fulfilling life. Thank you for tuning in today's episode on Women Lepush. Join me next week as we explore more topics related to personal growth and self discovery. It is still your chummy on the mic, Bella. I love you and God bless you.